Asu Almabayev versus Jose Ochoa. Who's going to win this fight? Well, what's about who's going to win this fight? Let's take a look at their latest performances, in which Asu Almabayev fought Mateusz Nicola, in which both started out very slow until Asu Almabayev let his hands go, landed some great shots, dropped Mateusz Nicola in round 3.
Question how good he is. Now, whether that's true or not. Oh!
And Asu Almabayev won by decision.
Asu Almabayev.
And after this, Asu Almabayev went on to fight Manel Cobb, in which Manel Cobb started out very fast, put a lot of punishment on Asu Almabayev, and the rest enough to stop the fight in round 3.
Almabayev having a real hard time seeing out of that eye. That'll do it!
Now let's take a look at Jose Ochoa's latest performances, in which he fought Loni Cavana, in which both started out very fast until Loni Cavana dropped Jose Ochoa in round 2. Loni Cavana then dropped Jose Ochoa in round 3, and Loni Cavana won by decision. And after this, Jose Ochoa went on to fight Cody Durden, in which Jose started off great, dropped and put a lot of punishment on Cody, and the rest enough to stop the fight in round 2.
Now Ramazan Tamirov pulled out the fight. That's why this fight is happening, and I can see why a lot of people believe that Jose Ochoa is going to be a much harder fight for Asu Almabayev, because if you look at Jose Ochoa, we see that he's 24 years old and he stands with a record of 8 wins with 7 knockouts and 1 submission. So he has finished every opponent that he has beaten, and he only has 1 loss. But I'm gonna be honest, I do not think Jose Ochoa is a much harder opponent for Asu Almabayev, because Ramazan Tamirov is also a dangerous striker who has a lot more experience and has proven a lot more. Not to mention that Jose Ochoa took this fight on a short notice, and he only has 2 fights in the UFC. So when talking about how this fight is going to go and who's going to win this fight, well, I think we know what has to happen if Asu Almabayev wants to win and not get embarrassed in this fight, and that's that he's really going to have to use his wrestling and grappling. He cannot afford to keep the fight on the feet for too long, let alone for the whole entire fight. So he's going to have to shoot for a takedown and get it, and from then on, he's going to have to control the fight on the ground and possibly work towards a submission, because he's not beating or outperforming Jose Ochoa on the feet, or at least that's what it looks like. So Jose Ochoa has a good chance at winning this fight if he manages to keep the fight on the feet and uses amazing striking skills to stay in control the whole entire fight and be the more dominant fighter. So in the end, based on what I said, it seems like Jose Ochoa is going to win this fight, since he seems to be the more dangerous striker, but I still got Asu Almabayev winning this fight. I mean, he has a lot more high level and overall experience, and I believe he'll be able to have a lot of success with mixing up the striking, wrestling, and grappling. I mean, we can't forget that Asu Almabayev was preparing for Ramazan Tamirov, a much more experienced and dangerous striker. So once again, I believe Asu Almabayev is going to be Jose Ochoa.